Alright, what's going on, Shrin? Trax, how's everybody doing? I got me some patch notes, and I noticed that in the patch notes they are addressing one of the issues I've had with some of their helicopter mechanics. So we're going to get in and we're going to test that. Because I've been talking about it for like a year and 3 months. I'm a little surprised that they are starting to address it. So we're going to get there and test it. That's what we're going to do for a warm-up. Alright, let's strip it first.
Request rearming. Copy.
Some of the problems with the Apache flight model and the collective effect from the anti-torque and the collective pitch being a little off, and the power being noticeably off. So they said they're working on it, and they've got some fixes in on this patch. So we're gonna test it. We're gonna put it through the paces and see what they're doing. Because I've been talking about the problems with the Apache flight model for a while. What's up, Supreme? Yeah, we're going to cold start it and make sure I do because sometimes you get a bugged aircraft when you do a hot start or a dynamic spawn. So we're going to do the full cold start on the Apache. Doesn't take very long.
Type utility at bullseye 327 for 170.
Soviet Warbird? No, I didn't see it. What is it, a lag? On DCS? I didn't even see an announcement. IL-7. When's that supposed to come out? Who's making it?
Rotor RPM low. Rotor RPM low.
Damn, I wasn't even paying attention to that one. Oh, you know, they probably announced that like a while ago and I just forgot about it. Dude, I've gotten emails from Eagle Dynamics that I fucking browse over and I don't even read all the way through. They probably think I'm a dick. I did read through that invite I got last night from the SFL, the Strike Fighter World League. I don't think I'm going to be able to participate at this time, but it's pretty cool they're putting together this whole league with big events and money prizes, but me being able to travel somewhere to compete is probably not going to happen. My body's not going to allow that shit. Alright, let's put this thing through the paces with no weight, and then we'll come back and we'll get fully loaded and test it again. We'll use the same aircraft, so there's no bugs. Okay, that feels better already. Alright, we need to... Let me go ahead and work with the transitional lift for a second. I gotta test a couple of things with the stabilator. Now you see that? I did not have to spike my collective near as bad. So yeah, it looks like they have done some work on it. And the anti-torque is better. If you didn't notice before when I was flying the Apache, when I'm really trying to get normal speeds out of it, I'd have to lay it over on the side pretty hard. And I'd be running like 80% torque, 85% torque. This is much better. Where's my engine page? No. There we go. Alright, let's try a climb.
Radar searching. Radar searching.
More responsive, but she's still not as powerful as she should be. She's still struggling with airspeed. It's still slower than it should be.
Time utility at Wolf 326 for 170.
So the anti-torque feels way better. The collective feels better. The stabulator does appear to be working better. But the airspeed is still significantly slower than the real Apache. Push it a little bit more. That's about as much as I'd ever push without an emergency. Well, we're doing a little bit better. 122 knots, level, stable flight. Okay, so it's a little bit better than it was. It's still not where it should be, though. We should be able to do 130 knots when we're loaded. We should be doing 140 clean. Well, it's because Eagle Dynamics is doing it correctly. It's not just program vehicle to move this fast. They program the air, the gravity, the barometric pressures. You know, it's a very complex system, which is why the flight models feel so correct. So they can't just tell it to go this fast when it's working against all the other things like the air and all that. So balancing it all out to actually get the actual speeds that an aircraft should have in the same oxygen that everything else is flying in. I'm assuming it's pretty complex. They're making strides now, at least. This feels a lot better, and I am getting a little bit more energy out of it, but not as much as I should still, but it's better than it was. Yeah, that reacted properly. No excessive flapping. I wonder if I can force a mast bumper over flapping. I don't think that's actually in DCS at the moment. Alright, let's head back to base, and let's put weight on this thing and see what it does.
Radar searching.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy, but you know, that's how a lot of the other flight sims actually program. Okay, this plane should go this speed, so they just program it in. This is how fast it goes. But because they do all that kind of stuff, none of these flight sims that kind of look cool and have nice graphics feel like you're actually flying something. There's no weight to it. There's no resistance, so there's no wind changes or depth to the pressures in the oxygen you're flying through at all. And you can notice that when you're flying. Like, they're fun, but you know, you can tell it's like a program, and you hit this and you go this speed, and up goes up, down goes down, and you don't get that realistic effect when you're pulling in too hard with a crosswind and your wing starts digging in, stuff like that. You don't feel that in all those flight sims at all, because it's not there. But with DCS, it's getting there. It's way farther along into a real sim than anything else. By like magnitudes I can't even describe or explain. When you fly around in real life so much, you know the feelings of the differences in the air when you're flying through it, and this is the only game that's ever had anything close to that. And I imagine that is a real mother to try to program that in and make it realistic, you know what I mean? So they're doing a... Out of all the shit they get and the stupid things they've said, they still get aces from me for just pulling off this miracle of simulation. Like I now that they have videos out that prove it, so you can talk about it. They do have a non-civilian version of DCS that's used as an actual military trainer, and it's been there for a while.
Radar, searching.
And that's because it's so damn good. You could literally train people how to fly with this thing and then put them into the real aircraft, and they would know how to do it, but it would still take a lot of training because it's different when you're sitting in it. All the cues that you get from the sim, you don't get the cues in the simulator that you do in real life that you feel in your body, your gut and your butt, as I always say. You can have your head in the cockpit and you'll know right away if you're even changing your pitch a little bit. And I'm not sure if the military has put DCS in a hydraulic box yet. They might, I'm sure they have somewhere. You know, so that they can train with the software. Because I know they're trying to get away from physically putting people in aircrafts to train them from scratch, because it costs a lot of money and fuel and maintenance on the aircraft. So I'm assuming they're going to build hydraulic boxes for DCS simulations for training as well. I'm sure they already have, but they don't. It's not like anyone's going to know that that's not in the program. That way they can get the cues in their physical body while they're learning. Do you think there's a bunch of programmers, software programmers at Lockheed that work on, you know, like a video game concept, you know? Or do you think the government finds the people that are the best at it and contracts them to keep working on it and make it better? And then they would get a place like Lockheed to make a hydraulic physical box to put their simulation into so that they can add physical feeling to a sim pit. Now, I don't know for sure, but I'd put my money on the government contracts this kind of stuff out to the best software developers.
Radar, searching.
Now, maybe there are more sims, but I'm telling you that I know many branches of the government do use a military version of DCS to train. I know this for a fact. I've known it for a while, but until they started actually talking about it, you really shouldn't talk about it. But they've got friggin' training videos out now that anyone can go look up, so. Alright, let's put weight on this thing and we'll try her again. Let's fill it up with fuel. Let's put a full rack of 16Ks on here. Oh my gosh, we don't have any Hellfires here? Am I not in the smoke? Oh, I'm not forward far enough. Indeed. Alright, let's hover taxi over here a little bit. I didn't make it all the way into the landing zone. because I'm a scrub. Well, initial testing on the Apache fixes they've done. The anti-torque does feel better. The stabilator appears to be working better. The power is somewhat better, but the speed is still off noticeably. But definitely the controls are better. You're not leaning into the anti-torque unrealistically like they were before. It's still a little bit rough, but it's not near as bad as it was. Because before, the anti-torque was way the fuck out. It was noticeably off where you're leaning on it. Alright, can I get Ks now? There we go. Give me a full rack of 16 Ks. We're gonna weigh this bitch down and then we'll try it again. Although I did a down spiral. I mean, I did it correctly, you know. I did an auto rotation flight coming out of the down spiral, so I didn't overflap. But it didn't overflap. It stayed pretty stable. I didn't have to lean on the anti-torque too hard. The engine didn't buff it out real hard.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
We'll see what happens when I'm fat. It definitely feels better already. Those little things like the anti-torque being way, that's what drives me nuts about the Warbirds, is how way the frick off the rudder input is on those Warbirds, especially because of the no ground. That's probably the ground friction with the Warbirds, though. Whereas with the helicopters, it's something with the anti-torque. But the Warbirds, it's just because there's no ground friction. We don't need lights.
Rearming complete.
Alright, give me my engine. Yeah, I'm just testing out what they did. It does, like I said, it appears like the anti-torque is starting to smooth out better and be more realistic along with the stabilator. It does feel like the flap and the bounce and the collective pitch is starting to smooth out and be more realistic. The only thing that I haven't noticed is any real speed changes, but I don't think they didn't say anything about speed yet. They said they're working on the speed. They're definitely doing good work on the like right there. Before I would have a lot more input into the anti-torque right there, just trying to take off.
Searching.
Alright, we'll get transitional flight and start backing off the pitch. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it definitely feels better. It feels more realistic. Still slow. They'll get it. They'll get it. Even if it never gets up to full speed, I mean, they're still way better than any other simulation ever. But I definitely wish I had the speed that it should have. Just because there's so many times when you're in the Apache, it's like, oh my gosh, everything can outrun me except for, like, the Kiowa. So this is about the exact same speed as it was before, but it definitely feels better. Cyclic collective input's much cleaner. And definitely the biggest thing I'm noticing is the anti-torque changes.
Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching.
Okay, I approve of the progress. They're doing good. Much better. Alright, let's do a down spiral with a full load. See if we flap.
Rotor RPM 5.
Not bad.
Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching. Radar searching.
Yep, cool. Looks good. Whoops. Piece of cake. Your countermeasures won't dispense? Let's see. Is it the same plane the whole time, or did you spawn in a new one? Just asking because there is a known random bugs can happen when you're using dynamic spawning. It can just happen. You can have system failures on spawn in. What the hell? Where's my F-14B Tom? There it is. Are you using the DLC toggle countermeasure dispenser? That's what I usually use. I haven't had any trouble with it. I don't think anyway. Although this is not going to be a good test because I'm not on that server. I'm on my sanitized server that's not running a bunch of third-party scripting. So testing it here will do nothing. You shouldn't have to go in the backseat to turn on countermeasures. I mean, once you take off and everything, your Rio should turn your countermeasures on. You used to be able to force him to eject. You used to be able to just fly a little low and he would punch out all on his own. There was a bug back then. It was hilarious. You get into a dogfight and he would just ditch out like a little wench. Those were the days. I've never even tried to do that. Just reach back and undo the seat and then pop it. That'd be hilarious. Just punch Jester out every time he talks shit. Or hey, if you run out of flares, here you go. Unarm the seat, punch out. Jester is the best flare in the game, guaranteed. That booster on the seat is absolutely the best flare you could have. And if the heater hits the chair, you now have a chaff ball as well. Well, let's get into the server. Let's get in there before old man Nix's brain starts friggin' sliding. More than it normally does. Hello, Pilot over on YouTube. How are you doing? Dude, my brain is scrambled after all the friggin' damage. And then all the strokes that came from the stupid insurance company. My brain's definitely scrambled. At least my memory didn't go away. I just have, I just get dysphagia real bad sometimes. And when I have dysphagia, I'll get really forgetful. But luckily, I'm not all losing my faculties and my memories and all that yet. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Uh-oh. There it is. Dude, I've been denied for 13 years now. I just need someone that knows something to actually take my case and help me out. I had like supposedly the best agency to take care of that, doing it for me, but they didn't do shit, man. They just showed up on court day every 2 years and just said you've got the information and didn't really fight for me at all. And I'm just sitting there not being able to say a word and listening to all the experts go, yeah, he can't do anything anymore. There's no way he could do this, and he can't run a schedule anymore, and he can't do what he used to do at all. And then at the end of it, they would just reset my case and put me back in line for 2 more years. Got to wait 2 more years for another. And the old agency that was, the old lawyers that were doing it, they just stopped. So I've got to find a new person to take my case up. It's a friggin' nightmare, and it's all stupid. It's really dumb, especially the reasonings. When your lawyers go up to you and say, you know, you should get it automatically because of all your stuff. You literally have 3 times the legal limit for getting it. But in the climate, this is years ago, they're like, in the climate, there's a chance you'll fall through the cracks because you don't have, and he started just checking all these boxes. You don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this. And they were all stupid things. It's like, I shouldn't get punished because I did good things in my life. That doesn't make sense. Oh god, someone warehoused Beslin. That's a tiny little airport to warehouse. What's up, Diesel? Alright, so I guess Juliet is the point and Artillery Factory is the point. Artillery Factory had a Panseer and a Gauntlet in there, so I'm assuming that's the first target, right? Oh, there's a Reaper over. Oh, let me get into the game. There's a Reaper drone overhead already. Let me see what's actually there, and I will make a choice. I'll probably be doing a high velo harm shot for that Panseer, like normal. Yeah, I almost killed that Panseer with my A10 a couple days ago, but, you know, it's a Panseer. Fun. Well, hopefully I can entertain you a little bit with my horrible flying while you're doing your shit. You can listen to me whine when I get blown up. It's hilarious. All right. Let's see. S60. Those are small caliber anti-air. Well, small caliber little flak guns. Yeah, 57s. Yeah, 57 millimeters. I don't see the Panseer anymore. I don't see a Gauntlet either. That's interesting. Well, let me get up in the air and I'll, Panseer's the SA-22, and it's a new chapped Panseer that got put into the game, so it's highly overtuned. I mean, Panseers are extremely dangerous, but the ones that are in DCS right now are beyond dangerous. At least on the North Pole servers, where the difficulty's turned up to as high as it can really be turned up. It's turned up so much with third-party scripting that the enemy does crazy shit that it can't do, so the Panseers can be kind of wicked. There's a Gecko at Juliet. I really don't see any units at Artillery Factory. Let me get up. AM. Okay, this is the AM 9 line. Let's put an FM over Juliet. All right, FM. And deploy it over Juliet, right there. Ooh, what do we got here? Armor convoy moving north. Alright, we'll turn off all the lights up in the... We'll play it straight. We'll keep the lights on until we're up in the air. Alright, what's Juliet look like roughly? Gauntlet and Gecko. Okay, there's a Gauntlet, there's a Gecko. Alright, I'm going to do a flyover of the artillery factory, and if the Panzer doesn't pop, I'm going to turn into Juliet, and I'm going to aggress that Gauntlet. Yeah, this is North Pole, Caucasus Foothold Modern. Oh, you know what? Let me program that waypoint in. We're gonna use, what was 28? 28's Beslin, so let's use 25, because 25 is already broken.
Mazda, request takeoff.
Alright, we're gonna change this. So north 42 42 454. Enter. Down east 0 4337 918. And it should be 4,645 feet. So 4,645 feet. Okay. I don't know. The server's been acting a little weird. I know it kept booting me last night to the point where I just finally kind of called the stream over a little earlier than normal. Not by much, but still. Because it just kept booting me. It was starting to feel malicious, like, who the fuck is booting me now? There was a patch today, Trax. If you haven't patched yet, it's not going to let you in. That's what I was doing in the warm-up, was testing the Apache from the patch today. So go back to your launcher and check for an update. That's definitely it if you haven't patched today. That is definitely it. It won't even show up on your list because it's not compatible. We just lost a C-130 to a Grumble. That's not good. All right, we don't have to call the ATC. There's no one else on the server but Shrin, I think. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna conserve fuel because we don't know how far we're gonna have to go. So mill power will slowly climb up to 30,000 feet on the way to that artillery factory site and scout it with our ELAMP pod. Worst case, we'll go to Juliet. We'll punk out the Gecko and the Gauntlet there. Hey, my button didn't short out. That's right. Supreme is a connoisseur of eating crayons. Just ask him. Oh, that's right. Name brand all the way. Those cheap generic ones just don't taste the same. Alright, let's go ahead and kill the lights, run silent, start fencing in, get the harms warming up, get the elant pod cooking, fence in BVR, and dogfight. Okay. And let's set up to drop the bag when we're ready for that. Alright, we're cruising. Well, my waypoint looks correct. That looks about right. What is your favorite flavor? Purple. Look at that. Up to 15,000 feet, we've barely even sucked a quarter of fuel out of that bag. Although when we get up to 20,000 feet, we're going to have to use the blower to get up to 30 because of the, it's super freezing out here. We're barely maintaining 260 knots right now. Yep, Daniel, F-16C, Block 50. The beast of the Vipers. Unless you count the N, which nobody does, because there was only one. The N was the fastest and most maneuverable, but it also never had weapons. Alright, we're conserving too much fuel, I think. No, we're good, we're fine. And that's Shrin in front of us. I'm assuming that Panseer's gone. I didn't see it, and if Shrin's gonna fly right over the top, I'm assuming it's dead. We'll check it anyway off the elant pod, but... Alright, let's get up to altitude. Well, yeah, let's just get up to altitude. Well, that crosswind's gonna be brutal tonight. See if we can get to flatten out with some speed. What's up, Turtleback? How are you doing this evening? Oh, you stupid. I always forget that thing defaults on. Alright, we're up to Angels 30. We're going to level off and get a little bit of speed going, and then we will start conserving fuel again. Put some Windex on it, you'll be fine. A little simple green. I'm getting no radiation sources out of the artillery factory, Shren, so I'm just gonna assume it's not there. I thought you said it was there, but I don't think it's there. I think this is all that's left. You must have got the Panzer already. I also believe that because you're still alive. What do you got? A small GBU, a medium GBU, and 2 fatties. It's a lot of GBU for some technicals. You could probably kill them all with one drop. Drop one of your big fatties will probably kill everything there. That's what he's doing. Hello, paveway. Oh, nope, there's something there. The paveway just blew up. Wait a minute. I still don't see a radiation source. What killed your bomb? Was it the flak guns? I didn't even see any flak going off either, though. Did you mask your targeting pod? I'm flying right... I should see any radiation that's there now. I'm close enough. No, it's a Panzer. Where is it? Why the hell am I not seeing this Panzer? Alright, let me get rid of my bag really quick just in case the shit hits the fan. That's a Sentinel. I don't know where the Panzer is. The scout doesn't see it, and I don't see it on my ELAMP pod either. I'm gonna keep scouting, but I don't see anything yet. I don't even see any ghost radiation. It shot down your chonker, and then you. The only thing I can think of is because of the mountain edges are blocking, but I mean, I'm high enough that I should be seeing it right now for sure, if it's down there.
Flare. Tap flare.
Okay, I see it, but it's still not on the ELANT pod for whatever fucking reason. That doesn't make sense. Come on. It should be on the ELANT pod right now. Got it? Volley 4, defensive.
Tap flare. Tap flare. Tap flare. Caution. Caution. Tap flare. Tap flare. Tap flare. Tap flare.
We're diving into the valley.
Tap flare. Tap flare.
Okay, that should have killed it. Come on. Did it shoot all 4 of mine down? That would be crazy. It didn't say anything, so I guess it's still there. It says it's right on the town.
Tap flare.
This is really stupid. I should just RTB, but now I'm upset that not one of those harms got through. That would be crazy if it was able to ripple 4 shots at that range and kill all 4 of my harms. That's insane.
Pull up.
Betty? Daddy's working. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know about where it is. It's about where that diamond is, I believe.
Pull up.
Alright, his radar's off right now. He's not emitting. Problem is, I don't really know right where he's at. We're gonna just see if we can spot him.
Counter.
There he is.
Flare. Altitude. Altitude.
Oh my god, that didn't hurt it. Whoa, 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 whoa. That didn't hurt it? Wait a minute. You're fucking kidding me. Yeah, my whole jet with 4 missiles, well, the missiles wouldn't detonate, but it took 0 damage from me blowing up like 10 yards away from it. That's crazy sauce. It's out of missiles. It's out of missiles. It's on a reload. I gotta kill it like now.
I am right behind you. Don't be scared. I just want to play a game with you.
What, you didn't know Diesel is a little creepy girl? I knew that. Alright, we've got like 30 minutes to get over there and kill that Panzer from an altitude. Because he don't have no missiles left and it takes a while to reload that thing. Yeah, and all those rumors about Diesel, let me tell you guys, it's not true, okay? He's not a brony. Diesel is a tiny little girl, so she can love all of the My Little Ponies that she wants. Stop judging her. And don't worry about the website. We're still working on it. The Diesel is not a creep website. Is not done yet. Okay. I'm gonna have to back taxi, aren't I? Yeah, this little shitty airfield. Okay, well, at least we're going the right way. Alright, E-program? Yeah, E-program. I do believe... Did I miss the ATIS? I probably missed the ATIS with my head down in the cockpit. It should be 30-20, I believe. Pressure on the altimeter. It doesn't matter, I don't need it. We'll set it when we get the runway. It's not super important yet. Yeah, it sees it because it moved. After I blew up right next to it and it almost took damage, it decided to move, so the JTAC picked it up. Whoop. Alright. 30-20. It's gonna take me a little bit to get there, but when I get there, whatever's left, I'll kill it. Shin, you should probably Shrin should probably be able to get there before me, right? No, not up in the area. I was gonna say, if Shrin's in a Tomcat. Just, you can do it from a higher level now, though. Panzer has no missiles left, unless he reloads super quick, and I wouldn't hold it past Santa to buff the shit out of the Panzer so that they reload quicker. That's a possibility, but I don't think he did. Not that I know of. But because they upped the difficulty, the engine might have kind of randomly done it to try to make things more difficult. Alright. right, runway 28. Southwestern departure. Let's hit it. Oh, and we need to find my waypoint. It's gonna be like MSN 35, so it should say Panseer, right? Yep, Panseer, got it. Ooh. I need to set my Jehemics. Rotating. Gear coming up. Alright, there's the Panseer. I'm on the way with Mavericks and JDAMs, and I've got one GBU-12 in case it might be a moving target. Those artillery flak guns are not going to move, so I just brought some JDAMs. Alright, let's get a climb of about 5-6 degrees. That'll work. Let's get our data link set up. Broadcasting. Let's change our own ID on the net. Let's go ahead and start heating up the Mavericks now. Alright, laser on, targeting pod on, pickles hot. Oh, did my mirrors get fixed? My mirrors are fixed. My mirrors have been broken for like 3 months. I forgot to check that. I altered my livery cockpit files to see if I could fix the mirrors. Looks like it worked. Let's go ahead and hook my GPS. Now that Panseer should take a while to load, but you never know. Yeah, she's still empty. All she's got is her AAA guns. It's like 2 cannons and 2 rotaries. It's a lot. It is an all-purpose GBI. It's over the peak, right? Like it's on the other side of the peak? Yeah, it's over the peak. So we'll fly over to here and then turn in. And we'll just try to get a Maverick onto the Panseer. Once that's out of the way, the rest of it's a cakewalk. What was left there? Just 2 technicals and 2 57 mils? Yeah. Yeah, 2 tech, and they're right there. Put your paveway on one of those right in between the technical and the S60 flat gun, and they'll probably waste most of it. It shouldn't shoot down your Mavs, but I've seen it do it. I volleyed Mavericks out of Panseer and it shot them down. The size of the Maverick, it should have trouble actually intercepting it, but on this server, they can. They shouldn't be able to intercept a 500-pound bomb or smaller either, but I wouldn't hold it past this server for that either. The Panseers are the epitome of over-tuning on this server. They're pretty crazy. I don't mind the challenge though, except when they're like triple stacked. I don't remember, I think that was like about a month ago on the earlier renditions of some of Santa's servers. There was like a site that had 2 Panseers and 3 Tor Gauntlets, and it was basically, it was dumb. We had to like do this big giant strike of Talds and bombs and Mavericks and Harms and everything all at once. Just to flood it out. Alright, yeah, it looks like Shrin's gonna get first shot. There's fullbacks. They're probably over on the coast. Don't worry about them. Actually, I don't even see them, but... Oh, yeah, I do. They're down there at Katusi and Sanaki Kolki. Those 34s are coming from the carrier group, I believe. We'll definitely have to take care of the carrier group eventually. That way we don't have any incursions. Alright, we're almost up to altitude. Thank God, because we're chugging. Alright, leveling out. I believe if we go over the peak, we should be able to follow this ravine right here over that direction and kind of get a good visual on him. Oh no! You're kidding me, there's no way. There's an SA-5 at Juliet, but it can't see through the fucking mountain. Give me a break. What are you doing, DCS? Unless that SA-5 is sitting on top of that mountain peak above Juliet, that's not a thing. One Frogfoot 50 miles, 2 Fulcrums 60 miles. The Fulcrums are flying at us. So's the Frog. Oh, there's another mountain ridge right in the way. Look at that. Alright, targeting pod up. Let's get it looking over there. We'll have to clear the mountain ridge. Oh, Shrin got one of the flat guns and half of the other flat gun. Panseer didn't shoot at him though. It's still reloading. I'm coming in. I'm on the way. I am 22 miles out. I got to get within about 9 miles before I'm going to get this shot off. Well, we're almost over the peak with the targeting pod. We're getting ready to turtle head over here. Oh, that might not be the right ridge. No, that's going to be the right ridge. Oh, I see the gun shooting. Be careful. The Panseer's rotary guns are shooting off. Yeah, I'm worried about that. They nerfed explosive damage a while ago to make it to the point where small arms, rockets, and clusters were almost pointless. If they did it even more, man, that's going to be rough. Eventually, bombs aren't going to do anything. Come on, Mountain, get out of the way. Okay, I see the flak gun and the technicals. Oh, I see it. It's blinding me. Isn't that a bitch? The Panzer's literally blinding me. That's dirty pool, sir. Guess what? You're not gonna blind the Maverick. You're donezo. "12 miles. I'll get contrasts here in a couple miles." Do I play War Thunder? No. I messed with it once a long time ago. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Rival? Rival. Okay, 2 Mavericks away at the Panzer. I'm off left. Come on, Maverick. Get him. Shack Panzer. Both Mavericks hit. Alright, what's left? Oh, the 2 technicals are still alive? Do you got them, or do you want me to kill the technicals? I'm looking for them right now. I don't see them yet. Wait, is that them right there? Okay, I see the technicals. Do you want me to aggress those, or do you got them, Shren? If you got them, I'll leave them. Looks like Shrin's coming back in, so we'll let him do his work. Oh, yep, there it went. That looks like a... that might be a 12. That might be a 500-pounder. But it looks kind of big, so maybe it's a 1,000-pounder, but I think it's a 5. Oh, that looks off. No, never mind. You got them. Please get them both. Yeah, you got them both. Good job. Whoa! And I did not trim out good enough. Oh, why is it not blacked out? Is there a building there? Is there a factory building there? Do you have a bomb left? I've got enough explosives to probably take out a building. There's 4 factories? Jesus, you're kidding me. I don't have enough explosives for that. Well, target some buildings. I'm coming back around. I've got some JDAMs and Mavericks. 3 tech hangars and a workshop. Okay. I'll get rid of all of my Mavericks on one of them. Maybe 2 of them. Oh man, this ravine sucks. Can you play as a boat in DCS? I don't think you can combined arms a boat, but I'm not sure. You can combined arms tanks and stuff and vehicles, but I don't think you can do a boat. And the combined arms stuff is more like, it's better at just giving them commands than taking control personally, but you can take control on certain servers of the actual ground units. But I don't know about a boat. Well, I mean, this is an actual, almost completely full fidelity, one-to-one simulation of the actual vehicles, aircraft, and all of their systems. So, I mean, they're really not worried about, like, getting arcade controls of a boat. You know what I'm saying? It's not really in the purview. I did play some World of Warships, and I thought that was really fun. That's a neat little arcade. World of Warships was good. Alright, I'm scouting for buildings. I don't have any yet, but I'm almost in orbit to get a view. If I see a building, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to get rid of my Maverick so I can save the weight by shooting them in at a building. Oh yeah, I forgot about the air boss slot, but that's kind of, yeah. Those are regular buildings. I'm not seeing the techs yet. No, that's not them. Damn, where the hell are they? Yep, take it easy, turtle. Maybe I'll see a building when Shrin drops a bomb on it. I'm gonna roll in like I'm gonna do something though. I can fire Mavericks off the HUD. Let's arm the gun up. Oh, I don't see a bomb away. Alright, let's get down there and see if we can see something with our Mark 1 eyeballs. That's not one. That's one. Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of the factories. Okay, I see the tech hangars next to it too.
Pull up, pull up.
Alright, we started a fire. I'll come back around with JDAMs. I got a couple GBU 38s and 112. You probably have to use Q head control and use your vid with your head tracking, which is a pain in the ass in the Tomcat, to get him to laze a very specific spot. Alright. I believe I'm set for JDAMs, rolling in. Alright, we're in the zone. GBU 1 away. GBU 2 away. And switching for GBU 12, we'll come back around and drop our laser guided. Two direct hits, it's still alive. Jesus. Two JDAM direct hits, it's still alive. Man, maybe they did nerf bombs so much you can't do anything with them anymore. The fire even went out. Alright, putting the 12 on the middle of the building. All I got after that's Predator rockets. They're not going to do shit. And I've got about 780 rounds of Dream Killer. Man, if you just had a bunch of like Mark 82s or Mark 83s and 4s, you could just dive bomb them on that building. Alright, I'm coming back around with my GPU 12. I'm probably gonna have to come back with some chonkers. Alright, SPI is set. Lined up. We're on the director. And we are latched. Oh, no, we're not. Why didn't we latch? I think my throttle body is just shorting out. $20 seconds. We really need to black this place out so they can't rebuild another pins here. Pickle!
Pull up.
And laser is firing. It caught the laser. Direct hit, doesn't look like any damage. So that's 2 JDAMs and 1 GBU 12 and 500 rounds of high penetration 30 mil high explosive. That's pretty funny. Alright, let's give it every Predator rocket we got. We're going guns and Preds, all of them, everything. Let's go ahead and turn on the gun pack so we can stabilize and put all the rounds right in one spot. Alright, we're in the zone. Lasers on and firing. Rifle 7.
Pull up. Pull up.
No effect.
Pull up. Pull up.
RTB. That building is made out of Wolverine's bones. What's our fuel? Oh, we're so fine on fuel, we're good. If we can make it over the mountain, it might be a short flight if we smash into the top here. Alright, Shrin is RTB. Shrin, I'm assuming you'll be able to make it back faster than me, so if I were you, I would just bring some very large bombs and drop them on that building complex. They're all packed in there pretty tight. I'll also maybe come back. We'll see what you do. Or, you know what, screw it, it doesn't matter, it's Wednesday, we're not in a big hurry. I'll grab a Hornet and some big bombs as well, and I'll come back. I'll bring a full 8 spread of 1,000-pound JDAMs. Or actually, we can just bring 4. 1 on each building. We don't need to bring that many. We'll bring some AMRAMs in case we get jumped. Although I haven't seen any enemies out here. I think they're all down there. I don't think there's going to be any enemies. Oh shit, Beslin's getting hit. How much? I don't have any. I don't have the munitions to do anything about it right now.
Altitude, altitude.
Yeah, we got an MRAP, a Shilka, a Strela, and a T-80 cruising for Beslin. Let me see if I can put some support in there after I can get... Come on, trim out, you piece of junk. Getting really sick of the A-10 never being able to trim out. Alright. Let me check the budget. I haven't looked at the budget today yet. We're okay. Some money disappeared, but not too bad. Alright, what options do I have? Alright, I'm going to deploy some armor into Beslin to help defend it. And this is why you save credits for shit like this when you need to make a warehouse or you need to call in support. Alright, let's move these guys. So you can take control of these units, these combined arms units. It looks like they're going to come in from this side, this city. They might come in here. So let's move these ones down here. Alright, that should make a little bit of a wall. And where am I going? Let's go to Nalachek. Yeah, there's Nalachek. Let's see, what's the aerodrome on that? Whoops. That's Mozdok. Adler, Beslin. Nalachek right there. So here's the plates and aerodromes for Nalachek. We're going to be coming in on the... I can't see it. Alright. Initial for runway 23 is going to be magnetic 229. 229. Right like that. At least we shouldn't have to worry about anybody coming in to rebuild artillery factory. It would take them forever to get there. Oh, they don't even have a... It's cut off. Although, they could send a helicopter from Juliet, but it would take forever to get there. To have to fly over the mountains with a sling load. That would be super fun. we can turn on all of our normal shit now. Lights. Shren is landing right now. Maybe? What the hell is that? No, he's not landing, he's suiciding. Is he gonna land? I don't know what's going on. Well, we got plenty of fuel, so we're gonna go into a holding pattern outside of Nalachek. Keep it open for him. Oh, way hot. Is this desync or are you trying to land in the grass? Going way too fast. You need to read some literature. I don't think you understand how landing works. Like on speed, you're going like way too fast for a landing. No approach. You're like just going really fast and like pointing the front of the plane at the runway like you're trying to fly to it. That's not good. You're gonna wreck. I imagine the flaps are jammed. He was going so fast when they dropped. They're probably slatted out. It looked like he was probably just doesn't know how to land on speed, all that stuff. Looked like he was just going fast and pointing the plane at the runway. Okay, I'm coming around. Alright, we're idle. Boards out. Well, yeah, but you were hauling all kinds of ass. You should be lined up and then slow down, get your gear down, your flaps down, set up on speed before you're even near that runway. You were coming in so hot, you still had partial wing sweep going on there. If you fly like that in real life, I don't know how you're still alive, dude. I mean, how fast were you going? It looked like 300 and something knots. Yeah, you were cooking. I mean, you were really cooking. The Tomcat carries a load of speed too. When I'm getting ready to land in the Tomcat, before I even roll in to start rolling into the initial, I've already been idle for a while because it carries so much speed. You'll usually land the Tomcat on speed with about a 3-degree glide slope. Usually, depending on the conditions, I'm usually around 150 knots to 140 knots. I mean, I flew most of my life. I would never approach the runway by flying directly at it at a hard angle going really fast. Well, no, you know what? That's a lie. I have done a couple of landings that were similar to that, but it was for show purposes. But it wasn't that drastic. And it wasn't a landing, it was just a flyover pass at low altitude. Alright, we need to rearm and get over there so we can finish off those buildings. Let's just do the Hornet and some J-dams. Unless the buildings start moving. That would be funny. Out of all the weird shit that's happened on these hardcore servers, it would be funny if you drop a J-dam and the buildings move after you drop them, so they're not in the way of the GPS. Is there enough? Yeah, let's see. Nope. There we go. Alright, let's just take at least 4 fatties. That really should be enough, but I don't think we need to worry about air-to-air. I haven't seen anything. What's up, Bear? How are you doing tonight? We'll just go ahead and take the whole rack. We'll just take all 8 32s. Bag, 1 AMRAM, 2 9Xs. That'll do it. Welcome back. Alright, we're gonna have to... Well, let's get all set up really quick. We're gonna have to make a custom mark point. I'm still breathing. Alright, let's pull. Alright, that building's like right here, right? Roughly. That'll be close enough. Alright, let's go to mark point 9 data. Alright, precise UFC. Position north. Alright. 4242. And 1955, yeah. Boom, and then east we want 4338. 43338 and 0059. Elevation, we want feet, and we want 4490. Whoops. 4490. 4490. Okay. Hopefully, welding's awesome. Building shit out of metal is awesome. Look at that, I just helped you out. Okay, let's get up in the air and let's go drop some chonkers on some buildings. Surprised they still try those scams. Oh, so it's just like a rudimentary? Yeah, we need to take the long runway. Well, that's awesome. I mean, that'll at least get you started. Teach you the basics. Welding is super fun. And depending on what you do, there's always there's always something that needs welding. Well, as long as you could learn some regular stick welding and maybe some MIG welding and TIG welding, that'll get you going. I wasn't no master welder, but I did take a year of welding in school so that I could do maintenance on metal things and help out. Yeah, they'll probably start you out with just running beads with a stick welder and maybe brazing, probably. And then, well, I don't know, man. Jeez, I don't know. I haven't even touched welders for so long. It's probably completely different now. They probably just go straight into like wire feed MIG welding because that's what most of it's going to be. Which would be too bad. Hopefully they do just teach you stick welding too, because that's important. Even when you MIG weld, there's going to be a lot of situations where you're going to need rod and flux. All right, we're taking off. Yeah, hopefully. You would think they would teach all of it. Even though I'm assuming they use MIG way more than they use MIG and TIG way more than standard stick welding, but you should still learn it for sure. All right, we're airborne. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Shrin. I was on stick welding and, you know, filling gaps and beads and doing the bending test for like 3 months before I even looked at a wire feed. And I had to pass my brazing before I could even touch a wire feed. So like every day, taking 2 pieces of metal with a big ass wedge cut on each of them and filling in the gap with welds, breaking off the flux, scraping them, welding them correctly, and putting in more beads to where you make a solid piece of metal, and then they would bend it to see if there's any flux cracks because you didn't do it right. Had to do that shit for months. And then I got to do some deep core, which is, it basically looks like a MIG welder, but it's big and heavy, and there's a big old sand container on the back. So you basically did it blind. So you had to be really good with welding because you couldn't see your actual bead while you're doing it because it's underneath the sand that's coming out of the gun over the top of it the whole time. That was pretty cool. I didn't get to do that very much though. I only did the course for like a year. So it was, I don't know, so many months. They reinforced Juliet. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it until, you know, we black this one out. One thing at a time. Gecko gauntlet and a flat radar flak setup, that's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it. Although there's an MI8 that's going to reinforce it again here in about 10 minutes. I'm going to just take it one at a time though. It's Wednesday. I'm taking it easy. But we'll worry about Juliet as soon as we black. Or if you want to, you can start hitting Juliet now if you want to do some harm shots. The Gecko and the Gauntlet have a little bit of range, but not too bad. Or is the Tomcat all you have? You could probably bomb them if you're high enough and you've got visual. Yeah, C's not going to help you. The C's just a missile truck. It's a really good missile truck, but it's not going to help you on ground targets at all. Shit, I forgot to warm up my FLIR. Alright, we're going to post up and wait. We're gonna cruise. I should have friggin', before I even took off, I should have put the FLIR on standby. I was not thinking. Oh man. We'll have to get down below the clouds to get our GPS set. Well, you can't get the F-15E anymore. I love the Tomcat. You can get a lot done even with the limits. You just got to work inside the limits. The more you fly, the better you'll get. But the Strike Eagle is defunct. Actually, you know what we could do is we could get over here and we can set up a Ripple mark drop. Yeah, you just need a 500 pounder on the Tor. It can't intercept it. It's too small. Or it shouldn't be able to. I don't think the Gauntlets will. It's not an M2 chapped one, so I almost guarantee it won't. But the M2 chapped ones on these servers kind of do crazy shit that they shouldn't. But that's just a regular SA-15. You should be fine with a 500 pounder. Okay, we are hot. We gotta go farther this direction. So there was one factory, and then connected to the factory there was 3 tech hangars. Are we off? Oh yeah, bag's empty. Let's get rid of the bag really quick. We're gonna do some maneuvering. Merry Christmas. Alright, do we got visual yet? Almost. Yeah, hopefully a well-vented warehouse. Or else everybody's gonna fail that course. There it is. We got it. All right, let's AP up. All right, we're in the zone. Pickle. 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 All right, that's 4 away. Or that might be 5 actually. We'll come back around. What's up, Mule? How's it going? What the hell? Okay, there we go. We got one. What the hell are these buildings made out of? Alright, what do we got left? 3. And there's 1 tech factory and 1 factory and 2 hangars still, it looks like. I don't know how. That factory should be so toast. I put 4 on the factory by itself. I don't know how it's still alive. All right, marked. All right, it's going. Just kind of taking it easy and slow tonight, trying to make some progress. All right, in the zone. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Pickle. Pickle. 1 more on the factory. Pickle. Alright, that's all my bombs. What the hell is going on with my trim and my... This thing is flying weird as shit. Okay, we got the factory. Now, both the hangars. Come on, give me both the hangars. Got both. Okay, we're good. Blacked out. We got it. And there was much rejoicing. Alright, stand by the FLIR. Alright, where are we going to land at? Nalachak, 26. Oh, what was that heading? Off the aerodrome? Alright, there's Nalachak. Was it 224? Yep, take it easy, Tracks. Have a good night. Yeah, I got the aerodrome. I just look it up again. Trusty kneeboard. Mozdok, Sochi, Beslin, Nalachak. It was 229. Initial for 23 was 229. All right. All right, we're all set. You were reading the. I think you were reading the initial, the entrance into the pattern. I was getting the magnetic on the runway, so I can set my course line. All right, now it's on to Juliet, which was, what was it? Tor Gauntlet, Gecko, and there's an MI8 getting ready to land in there right now to resupply it. So there's got to be more. We'll just have to wait. We'll land and then we'll look again after it re-ups. Ooh, we're heavy with fuel. Let's go ahead and dump. We'll dump some fuel. We'll aerosol some liquid dinosaur. Now this is a realistic military flight. Aerosoling half your fuel on the way back. I'd actually like to see the numbers of how much fuel the military has aerosoled compared to burnt. It's probably pretty similar. Yeah, we've got so much fuel, we can probably just leave it aerosoling until it auto kicks off when we start setting up for landing. Probably still have like 3,000 pounds at least. This is DCS. We can dump everywhere. Well, plus, it's not like when you're aerosoling jet fuel that it's like coming out in a big splash onto the ground or anything. That's the Cold War. We defeated the enemy by dumping fuel and then just locking them up with our Phantoms and our Tomcats and then just giving them cancer. Just lock them with the radar and hold it. Be like, yep, that guy's not gonna make it. 20 years, that'll be a radar kill.
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, gear coming down, flaps down. Rolling in for runway 23. Rolled out a little too early. Alright, we are on speed. Way out of time. And now we are on speed on time. Man, I still feel heavy. Sluggish. Whoops. And that's what we get for not looking. Messed up my glide slope. $446 credits. I'll take it. That pays for that armor I put into Beslin to protect it. Did that armor get jacked too much, or did most of it stay there? No, most of the armor's still there. That's good. They actually defended the place. I remember once there was like just, I don't know, it wasn't even that big of a convoy, but it was better than Strella's and Shilka's. It was like I think it was like 2 T90s and then like some BTRs, I think, or something like that. But those 4 pieces of armor came to our base. I think this was in Sinai. And they wrecked the whole base. I was busy doing other flights. I knew it was there, so we reinforced some tanks into the area just to defend. And it was like a tier 3 base, so there was plenty of defenses already there. And then flew our mission, turned around to start heading back, and like the base was wasted. It was tiered all the way down to 1 and everything was wrecked. Alright, well, we got a good Hornet flight in. Yeah, that's good. That's all 3 pieces of armor I brought in are still there. That one and those 2. They took a little bit of damage, but not much. Dude, that MI-8 still hasn't landed. It can't resupply until it lands. What's going on with that thing? Oh, his sling load is broken. What the? Okay, the cord is through the rotor. I'm not sure that's how that works. Oh my god. That hit would be in the ground. That would be just a smoldering pile of fire and hopes and dreams burning up. That is insane. Alright, let me use the restroom. And let me get my pills.
Yeah. Cue all the people. No, you just don't understand, man. Russian helicopters are built different.
Alright, how do we want to do this? We don't have to worry about this MI-8 because he's going to be circling for infinity until he gets blown up. I kind of want to just come back with, uh-oh, another set of armor coming out. With Estrella, that's dangerous. You can, if you're not paying attention, you can fly right over the top of that thing and get smoked. But if you know it's there, it's not a big deal. Yeah, and it secretly can phase out so that it doesn't get tangled up in the rotor that it's flying above. Well, we got a T-model Frog coming in too. I don't know, I could just grab another set of J-dams and just friggin' bomb it. bomb this stuff out with some 1,000-pounders again. The only problem is the cloud cover is a little rough. Just have to set it up from a distance and then go up above the clouds and then sling them. Oh, I'd be worried though, because the gauntlet would totally move. As soon as I drop the bomb, he'd be like, I'm gonna go over here now. I'm thinking hog. We'll just maverick these two. We can drop GBU 12s in here to take out the flak guns. I'm just feeling A10s tonight. Alright, now let's check. Let's grab a C2. We can go old school and grab an A model. Let's go ahead and take the jammer just because of the gaunt. Yep, take it easy, Wyvern. We've already made more progress tonight than I expected. Oh, what time is it? I still got a little bit of time. I gotta get up early in the morning, so I'm not gonna be on super late. Tomorrow is a shit day. Oh, let's not do FedEx. Three GBU 12, 6 Mavericks, 7 Preds, whole lot of bullets. We'll be good. Just gotta get the 2 Mavericks off on the Gecko, and then the Gauntlet. What was the, hopefully this one's pre-briefed. It should be. 29, yeah, it's probably pre-briefed. Should be on the DTS. Juliet, there we go, 63 miles. Alright, let's set up our ID, even though we're alone. And broadcast. We'll give it a shot. I mean, if we kill the Gecko and then the Gauntlet, I mean, the rest is going to go down unless somehow we get hit by one of those 57 mil little flat guns. But we shouldn't have much of an issue with that, really. We're already going to be up at like 15 or 16,000 feet because of the mountains. And they're down at the bottom in a ravine, so yeah, we'll be pretty high, actually. And the first volley, I'll hit the Gecko and the Gauntlet, and then after that I can actually use the Mavericks to just volley those flak guns too. If there's anything left, we can drop bombs. If there's anything left after that, we got Predator rockets and we've got a whole lot of GAU 8 Avenger ammo. I don't think we have to destroy much on the FARP, but there is an ammo and fuel depot and tents on there that we might have to kill. I'm not sure though. I honestly don't think you have to. And we gotta worry about that armor convoy. We either have to ignore it and just put all our munitions on Juliet, or we need to interdict on that convoy, just at least to put a Maverick on the Strela, just so we don't actually take a stray SHORAD when we're flying to or from. Because that's what would happen. Especially with my luck, that would just happen. And away we go. After we build up momentum for about 2 minutes. 100 knots. Rotation at 150. Rotating. Gear up, maintain flaps till we get about 190. There we go. Flaps up. There's Juliet. I do believe there's some rolling peaks there. It's deeper down in the valley, but there's still some peaks. So we're just going to climb up for a bit before we get turned in. And that convoy's really close, so we're probably going to go ahead and have to kind of stop and interdict on this convoy with a Maverick, at least on the Shorette. Oh, there's a Shilka there too, so we're going to have to use 2 Mavericks. We'll hit the Shilka and the, Shilka and the Strela. Their air defenses. We'll leave the MRAP and the T, whatever it is. It's an 80, I think? That doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it's an 80. Let's go ahead and start warming up the Mavs so we don't have to worry about it. Man, we are alone, aren't we? Nope. Shin still, yeah, Shrin's still here. Let's see what Shrin is doing. Oh, there he is up there. Oh, he's going after the bombers. Ooh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to catch up though. Angel's 30 and burning away. It's gonna be rough. You can probably catch him, but you probably might get low on fuel for a return trip. There's Beslin. You can tell the friendlies are the green X's. They're wearing beacons, so we can see them on the data link so we don't drop a bomb on them. Yeah, you'll have to get pretty close, just because if they're flying away from you, that means you got to get way closer to actually get a shooting solution and be able to fire a missile that's effective. Like way close when they're flying away like that, when they're already hot. Oh, what's the topographical map say on that? Oh yeah, they are still in the shit. So there's the other ridges right there. They're not out in the open until they're way out here. So we're gonna have to go ahead and head kind of towards Beslin. Oh, we are kind of heading towards Beslin. But let's head straight east. 090. Because we're gonna have to line up north to south on them to get a good visual. And then we'll just use our Jahemics to set a speed down on the ground. We'll just look up the ravine and set a speed. There's a road that goes right along the river, so that's where we're gonna be looking. We'll set a speed right here at the mouth and then just look up till we find them. Then we'll get Mavericks on the Shilka and the Strela. That way there's no air defenses below us while we're going into Juliet. Is that helicopter still over here circling the drain? Oh yeah, he's still just doing special physics. Look at that thing spinning too, man. There's no way. All that crazy momentum. There must be some wind just tunneling through here. He should have totally wrecked though. Actually, what we could do, because we have time and we're spiffy like that, what we could do is come down here, right? And we're just going to mark this road at the mouth of the canyon next to the river. And then we'll come down over here. And we will select an open bank in the CDU, and we will call it river. And then we'll pop in the GPS, so 4255, whoops, 4255031 north, east we want 0, and then 4437 912. Then we don't have to use the geometrics, we can just, we've already got it ready to go, and we can start looking at it whenever we want. Alright, so there's Juliet, and let's go up to 35, which is river, which is right there now. And there we go. Except we still can't see it because the edge of the mountain is in the way from this angle. But now we got the charging pod where we're looking, so once we get farther east, we'll be looking right down through them. We need to climb at about 4 degrees. Oh, let me go ahead and take another dose. Now we're getting close to the mouth of that canyon. Oh, look at that. That little ridge extends way to the east right there. That's cool and sucky all at the same time. Alright, we got enough altitude at least. We're almost up to 19,000 feet and we're almost up into the clouds. Start running out of airspeed if we keep trying to climb through this soup. Okay, so they're almost where my marker is looking, but the ridge is in the way. Enemy attack convoy is inbound from Juliet headed. That's the one I'm looking at. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, we need them to spit out right here. Or when we keep flying this far, when we turn in, we'll be able to look up through that canyon eventually. They're not moving very damn fast. That road's probably pretty rough. It's just not too bad. Might be kind of hard to get a Maverick in there though, that's for sure. There's the MRAP. We're looking for that Shilka. That's the next one is the Shilka, and the one after that is the Strela. Might actually be able to see them. There they are. Nope, maybe not. Maybe not. Thought I'd be able to see them. Oh, you know what? They're coming this way now. They've already made this turn right here, I think. I think they're right down here somewhere. We might get a glimpse of them here soon. We've almost got a straight shot in there. Well, not really. You can see the ridge right here. There's the road. That is a deceiving little ridge line right there. Oh man, those trees are thick too. That road goes through the trees in that area, doesn't it? There's the road right there. It goes right into those trees. You can see that, the bend right there. They're probably in the friggin' trees, right? Oh yeah, they're coming out the mouth now. Why can I not see them? They should be right down there. Am I just missing them? That they should be right here on this road. Yeah, they haven't made it out to this far. Wow, this is weird. There they are. Gotcha. Wait, we want the shore ad first. Gotcha. Rifle. Nope. Give me the Shilka. Give me the Shilka. Gotcha. Okay. There we go. One Shilka and one Strela dead to rights. Waiting for BDA. Shack. Shilka Strela down. Alright. Oh, you do a full cold start? That's cool, but yeah, it's gonna take like 12 minutes. Well, maybe not that long, but yeah, close though. Yeah, like 8 to 10 minutes, I think. Alright, now we gotta put Mavericks on the Tor Gauntlet and the Gecko. Maybe even a Maverick on that hip that's floating around over there. Alright, gotcha. There's the Gecko, marked, rolling in. And slaving. Rifle. Rifle gauntlet. I can't see the flak guns. I can see that stupid hip though. I got the hip. Rifle. Alright, let's save our last Maverick. Just want to make sure the Gecko and the Gauntlet disappear. And then we can get a little bit closer, take care of those flak guns. There's no fucking way. He's shooting my Maverick down. Oh, never mind. He's shooting at me.
Pull up, pull up.
No, he is shooting my Maverick. Look at that. That is bullshit. Got him anyway. Okay, we got the Gauntlet. I think we actually hit the helicopter too, to be honest. I thought I saw. I think it might have hit the. It might have hit the container that he was carrying though, and didn't kill him. All right, let's climb back up. What do we got left? One Maverick. Yeah, we got one Maverick left. We'll put it on the SON 9. The radar that controls those flak guns. We just got to find them first. Whoops. Yeah, the helicopter's still alive. SON 9 is on the other side of the river over there. That Torgala would buck wild, man. They fired one or two of those at me. Sitting there, that's scary when you're looking at your targeting pod and you're just watching a friggin' Sam flying right at you. Alright, getting all of our stuff reset. Alright, we're reset. We're gonna have to kind of fly up over here to the southwest a little ways to get a good angle where that flak setup is. It'll be 4 flak guns and a radar in the middle. So we'll put the Maverick on the radar in the middle, and then we'll drop. Or actually, we could just drop a Maverick on the that helicopter if we can see that helicopter, because we'll drop GBU-12s on the radar units, I think. Dude, that thing is still flying around with the container above it. Got him. We're gonna put the Maverick on that stupid hip rifle. Alright, now we need to find... There's the flak guns right there. First bomb is going right on that radar. Put it right in between the radar and the flak gun. Should get both of them. Alright, rolling in. And pickle lasing.
Pull up, pull up.
See ya. Laser off. So that was the SON 9 radar, so I don't know why we're still getting nails from it. There we go. Alright, 2 more bombs and then we'll go in there and clean up whatever's left. And then we'll have to, we're gonna have to do something to capture this. What the hell? That Maverick didn't kill that hip. Absolutely should have. I had a solid contrast on that idiot. That is a precarious spot. We don't want to fly right over it. We have to get good angle for the lays. We're going to put the bomb right in between those two. We've only got 2 bombs left. If we can put it in between them and let the splash damage them. Pickle. Lasing. Boom, got them both. All right, let's move over to the last two. Laser off. And we're gonna put it right about there. Speed is set. Then we'll get in there and finish off that stupid hip that's just hovering. Oh man, look at that. They're gonna blow up. They got nothing left. We'll put the last GBU-12 on them, and then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna gun that hip out of the sky. Oh, we'll hit it with a Predator rocket. That'd be funny. Laser guided rocket into the side of a hip that's flying around. All right, rolling in.
Pull
Pickle.
up. Pull up.
And lasing. See ya. Juliet's neutral. Gun up. Air-to-air mode, master mode.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
He landed. He's dead now.
Pull up. Pull up.
It's not neutral anymore. That MI-8 dropped off friggin' troops, didn't it? Shit on me. There's a shore ad down there or something. Oh, you're kidding me. That is ridiculous. All right, I'm coming back around. There's a gecko. They spawned a gecko. He can recapture it. That helicopter hasn't landed for like 30, 45 minutes. I blew up his crate and he landed and recaptured somehow. That is bullshit. And I hit him with so much 30 mil and he didn't even die. He just took damage. That's insane. Man, sometimes this server is ridiculous. I'm flying an A-10C2. I don't actually see a gecko. There it is. I see it. It's on the friggin' road. I don't know if I can get close enough to hit him. I'll try.
Warning, autopilot.
Oh, nope, he's shooting at me. I'm defensive.
Pull up, pull up.
How many did he shoot?
Pull up, pull up.
Gecko's only got 4 shots. If I run him out of missiles, I can hit him with my Predator rockets. Yeah, it's an A-10C2. Alright, I'm gonna try to get another missile out of him. Oh, he moved. I don't know where he is now. There he is. I see him. He moved. Again, he fired. Defensive.
Pull up, pull up.
Oh, shit.
Pull.
He got me. What a pain in the ass. That thing should have been dead. Oh, you're all here to air. I can't even get a helicopter in there because that Gecko will outrange me. No, he didn't shoot at you. He might be on a reload. Or you're gonna die too fast. I hit my dispense for both. I was on my E program, so I chaffed and flared, but I only needed chaff. It's a Gecko. It's a radar missile. But in that situation, I just hit my full dispense. But it didn't matter. This server's pretty hardcore, so you usually have to outmaneuver along with the chaff. Or actually, you usually just have to mask it. Oh, I've still got to fly a helicopter all the way in there to capture that place once it's neutral. That's stupid. I still can't believe that thing recaptured it right after I neutralized it. Yeah, I was dispensing. Once I made my brake turn, when I was about 90 degrees down, that's when I started chaff balling. Yeah, he must be out of shots, but I don't know. The reload on a Gecko is pretty quick. I think if I jumped into like a hind to get in there and kill him and then land and capture the point, he'll probably be reloaded. But that's what I'm going to try. It's the best I can do. It's the only helicopter I can take that I can kill that thing with and have enough troops inside to capture the point. So I'm going to take a hind out of Beslin and just go for it. Hopefully he's on the reload. We shall see. I'll take some tandems and some rockets. Just give me the little 57s. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not going to take the rockets. I forgot I gotta bring troops in here, so we're not gonna have to wait. I'll just bring the 4 tandems. And, like 2 heaters in case I get jumped by a frog or something. We don't need all that fuel, though. Okay.
Adjusting magnetic declination. Ready.
And it's freezing, so we're not gonna turn anything on until we're up in the air and we have transitional lift. We'll just turn on the radios. Alright, we need troops. Let's see. It's like straight. Yeah, 170, 25 miles. Oh shit, I gotta worry about that stupid T-80 and that MRAP. That's alright, we got some tandems. We'll take care of that too.
Turning on weapons.
Brakes, gear coming up. We're gonna slide over here to the right. We're gonna go around the T-80 and the MRAP just because it's gonna take me like a couple minutes before the weapons are even warmed up, and I gotta get going towards Juliet ASAP. We can't fool around, or else the enemy's gonna rebuild everything there before I can even get there. Okay, we got lift, IFF, radar, early warning. Oh shoot, I forgot to turn my lights off. Oh, we turn on the launcher. Oh, he's right down that river. Yeah, he's coming right down that river. Oh man, the trees are hugging that road too. It's gonna be. It would actually be a pain in the ass to try to get a shot off on him. We'd have to kind of wait until we get him in a right spot and then get a shot off at the right time. So we're just gonna go out here a ways and then we're gonna come back towards Juliet. If the weapons warm up by when we're going by, we might turn over and put a shot into that T-80. Not really worried about the MRAP. We've got all that armor. I'm not really worried about the T-80. The armor we have at Beslin will take care of it, but be a good idea if we have a chance to aggress that tank with a tandem before it gets to our troops. It's just smart. Blow it up before it has a chance to shoot anything out there. They are right there. Right there.
On weapons.
Yeah, turn them on faster. Come on, Petri dish. Yeah. We're past them. We're just gonna keep going. Juliet's the priority. If we can capture Juliet and fortify it, then we'll be all set for tomorrow night.
Commander, weapons ready.
Yeah, they're in the trees. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'd have to come back around the other direction, wait for him to get into the opening. We're better served getting to Juliet and finishing the place off. Hopefully that friggin' gecko is out of the way. Do you have any air-to-ground munitions at all, Shrin? Oh, where did you put the where did you put that? Scout at. I got no idea. Over Kilo. Okay, the next one over. I gotcha. Oh shit, icing. I forgot to turn on my... I even said it's freezing, and I forgot to... Once I got transition lift, I forgot to turn on my de-icing. We're fine. It's not bad. With that, when the icing warning turns on, it's before it's freezing over.
Observe on. Searching.
That's weird.
Searching. Searching. Target search. Observe off.
I am going the right way, right? Yeah, follow the river. We're going as fast as we can. We are so overloaded. It's going to be a pain in the ass to land in this little ravine with all the wind whipping through there. This is going to be super fun. A test. Let's turn off that dispenser.
Observe activated. Observe off. Attacker selected.
Alright, tandem selected. We've got about 7.5 kilometer range on that Vicar tandem. Well, actually, it's a Saklos. Still, it's a tandem. This is basically the same thing as a Vicar. Which that gecko will be no match for, but that gecko outranges the shit out of us. Oh, that T-80 and that MRAP are getting close to Beslin, but all that armor we got in there should just light them up. should light him up. We'll keep an eye on it. Yep, bait him out, see if there's anything going off, see if he starts shooting. I'm just gonna keep pushing forward and hopefully he doesn't have anything. Don't have much of a choice. I'm out of time. So this is for broke. Yeah, that wind's pretty lively, but it didn't seem to be. Like, I don't think the ATIS said it was really that strong, but it's definitely kind of gusty, or at least it's shoving hard. Now we know why that MI-8 was just flying crazy in there with that sling load. Although I should be okay. I'm an okay pilot. We should be able to land it in there in that little ravine. Alright, well, we're going to maintain some altitude so we have a clear shot at this guy. We're just going to assume he is on a reload. And we'll know if we start getting nails from him. Is my receiver's on. So he'll ping the crap out of us when he turns his radar on. Alright, I'm entering the ravine. Still a little ways before I make the turn and have visual. I think it's around this next bend up here. Yeah, that's the next bend. Oh, I see smoke in the air, smoke in the air. So he does have SHORADs. Well, he's got SAMs. That's one away.
Observe on searching.
Tally Gecko, I've got him. Yeah, keep burning him. I've got a visual on him, and I've got him locked. I just gotta get close. I'll call out smoke when I see it. Gecko's got, I think, 4 shots. It might be 6. I don't remember all of a sudden. Oh wait, there's more shit there now. No wait, that's the wrong spot. Oh, we don't have a scout over it. Yeah, I've got him. I've got him locked.
Tracking target. Get me closer, out of range.
Still haven't seen any more shots. He's not nailing me. I've got no returns off his radar yet. Jesus, if this wind would stop trying to shove me into the mountainside, that'd be nice. Waiting for range.
Ready to firing.
Rifle Gecko. Tandem's in the air. I think he's on the reload.
On target.
Shack.
Observe off.
Points neutralized. I'm gonna start working my altitude down and getting ready to try to land this beast. We'll take it. I think he had 6 shots, and that last one he fired at you. That one you dodged, because he cut his radar and everything. So I'm thinking it was a 6-shot gecko. I don't know why I said 4. I'm pretty sure it's 6. 3 and 3. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nifty. I'm already getting all kinds of push. This is gonna be hairy. Gear coming down. Trying to slow up and get stabilized a little bit, and we will spiral down. Jeez. Oh yeah, this wind is gross. Ooh. I almost had it stabilized, and then it got gusty. It's trying to push me into a ring state. It's alright. I'll be okay. I'm just going to spiral down to it. See if I can get down into the ground effect a little bit, even though the ground effect in DCS is friggin' a little bit rough. It's like, yeah, you get ground effect at 5 feet. The cushion's at 8 inches. And have fun with that. And we're so heavy. Jesus, we were so heavy. Yeah, I can't stop. I just cannot. I can't retard my forward motion without bumping. I've almost got it. I'm not gonna land on the FARP. I'm gonna land in the field right over here because I've got it stabilized now. Before the wind pushes me into a bad spot, I'm just going to bring it in here. It's not worth the risk to put it directly on top of a pad so I can go, look at that. Jesus. Look at it just trying to push me back into the FARP. It's like the comms towers are a beacon to slam into them. Alright, a little rough, but man, that was not an easy landing. We're on the side of a hill and the wind is just whipping. Alright, let's drop off the troops and capture this thing. Alright, we got it. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, I'm gonna fortify it a little bit because I've got to get going here real soon, so I'm gonna fortify it. Put some shore ads and some armor in here. What was this one? Juliet? Yeah, Juliet. What did it give us? It gave us a man pad. That's it. For defense, there's a man pad and a truck and some dudes smoking cigarettes. Alright, let's throw a little bit of armor in here and some shore ads. Combined arms. Air defense. See what that gives us. Alright, Juliet, that gave us an Avenger. That's it? A single Avenger? Come on now. Let's put some armor in here. What kind of armor did we get? A linebacker and a roll. Well, that's better than what we had before. That's not what I asked for, though. I asked for armor. What's going on? They should have given us the linebacker and the Roland when I put in the air defenses. I wonder if it's not letting me put all the stuff in here because it's a small little tiny spot. Well, I don't know. Let's try again. Combined arms, armor. You know, give me some Bradleys and a couple Bradleys and a Abrams would be nice. There we go. Another linebacker. Yeah, it's just not going to give me heavy armor. Oh wait, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. We got Bradleys and Abrams. Bradleys and Abrams. Plus we got linebacker, Roland. I'll put one more shorad in there and that should give us enough for now. It's just got to make it until... people will start flying on here tomorrow, I'm assuming, during the day. Shit, there's a chance that this map will be done before I even get back on tonight. It's possible. There's not that much left. Although, it's going to be a wall at Tbilisi. Don't get it twisted at all. It's going to be a rough slog at the end there. There's another Roland and Avenger. Just because at Tbilisi you got Tbilisi's a huge city, and then you've got 3 airfields right there. So Suganlug, Tbilisi, and Vizini, and all of them are stacked. And then you've got 2 SAM groups also protecting, and that is not a standard SA-15. Those are chapped M2 Tor gauntlets that are protecting those SAM sites. So that is a huge GBI, and it's going to be really hard to kill it. Regular SA-15, it's a pain. It can be a pain in the ass, but I can kill it pretty easily. But that Tor M2 SA-15, that's crazy. And there's also Pansirs at all these places. So this is going to be like stupid nuts. It might take days to finish this stuff off if we don't have enough people. Yeah, and we still got to do the carrier group too. There's boats out there. Yeah, I need to start doing some harpoon runs out. I scouted it days ago with a Hornet, and I hit one of the boats with a harpoon, but I didn't stick with it because there was a missile boat out there, which means it's going to take more than one person. There was like a 84 shot GBI out there. Alright, I'm going to be out of here. Let me see, let me bring up Twitch and we'll see who's flying. I'll raid you guys over somewhere. The only thing you can do against a boat with your Tomcat is drop bombs on them. But, I mean, a laser-guided bomb will wreck a ship pretty good as long as you can get there and get the bomb onto it. If there's a cruiser out there with a whole bunch of intercepts, which I know there is, you're not going to be able to fly close enough to drop your bomb. Oh, you might be able to hit with the Phoenix then. I never even tried to shoot a Phoenix at a ship. I don't know if they're how easily they'll intercept a Phoenix. A Phoenix is a big heavy missile. The GBI might smoke it, but I mean it's worth a shot. Alright, who be flying? I don't know, it's Wednesday, man. Wednesday's usually pretty tame. I don't even know if anyone's gonna be flying right now besides me. Oh no, there's some people. I don't recognize too many of the names. Well, High School Sweethearts, I'd recognize that name. I don't know them per se, but I recognize the name, so I'm gonna raid you guys over there. They seem to fly on DCS quite a bit. Alright, let's see if that raid goes through. Yep, that went through. Okay, I'll raid you guys over there. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. As far as I know, I'll be back tonight. There is a chance I won't be, because I do have a bunch of shit I got to do today early in the morning, and I've got to do some therapy stuff with my legs, so we'll see. As far as I know, I'll be here, though. I want to get through this war. So as long as my legs aren't too blown out, I'll at least fly for a few hours. YouTube people, thanks for hanging out. I'll be in the Discord for maybe a little bit longer, but not a real long time like normal. So, take it easy, everybody.